Alright guys, welcome to another Football Manager 2019 Team Guide review. This time we're going to be covering the Glasgow Rangers. This should be an interesting one to look at, especially at their finances, and just see how they are stacking up in comparison to real life. Now, I think Rangers will have a strong team in this game. The only problem is a lot of their team is actually on loan. So that could be a major issue, but first we'll go through, we'll have a look at some of the general stats, we'll look at the media predictions, we'll look at the club objections, what their targets are for the season, then we'll have a look at the squad, transfer budget, and we'll come to a conclusion on how good Rangers, or how bad Rangers, should I say, should be doing this season. So the club, obviously in the Ladbrokes Premiership, founded in 1872, professional status, national reputation, same as Aberdeen. I find that a bit worrying, or not worrying even, but just a bit strange that Rangers don't have a higher reputation than Aberdeen. Finances apparently are okay. I find that can't be right, man. Surely you're always hearing about how Rangers are struggling with money. Perhaps that's all this shite. Who knows? They're in the Europa League. Captain James Tavernier. They've got the free kits. That lovely orange tangerine kit, man. That's a classic kit. Best kit. They should use it more often in real life. It's very rarely used, actually. Kind of annoying. Ibrox Stadium, 50,817 capacity, grass surface, and the stadium condition is very good now. I've been inside Ibrox. Personally, I think the stadium could do with a bit of a makeover. I'm not saying it's a shit stadium. I wouldn't say I would say the condition of it's very good, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm talking shite. So have a look at the general stats here. Media prediction second. Do I disagree with that? No, I don't. I mean, that's probably where they should be finishing. They're quite a long way off Celtic, you believe, but they should be quite a way ahead of everyone else. So I think in a realistic league, Rangers would be finishing second, and there'd be no one around them. You know what I mean? They'd be like in a fucking tile. It'd be like a tiny island surrounded by an ocean of water. That's what Rangers should be like in the Scottish Premiership, but they've had 2 seasons back in the big time, and they've yet to, defeat Aberdeen in the league in terms of league position. So who knows? Maybe second definitely won't be a gimme. Like I said, they are in the Europa League. Owner Dave King loves the club. Average ticket price £28. Average season ticket price £540. It's a lot of money. I'm pretty sure it used to be about £300. I don't know if the game takes in a fair reflection of that. Who knows? Season ticket holders 47, so only about 3,000 tickets go on sale then every game. That's mental. Most of the actual seats in the stadium are sold out via season ticket holders, so that is pretty insane. James Tavernier, the captain, vice captain Connor Golds, and squad personality is professional. You've got all this. Fierce rivals, obviously Celtic, the Old Firm Derby, and other rivals are Aberdeen, historic and Hibernian competitive. Right. Transfer wise, they've got a budget of 1.8 million. Decent amount for Rangers. You could probably bring in one pretty decent Rangers level player for that amount, and they've got 16k in the wage budget, so there's room to make some improvements to the squad, obviously, with that amount of money. Now, looking at the squad, we will cover the goalkeeper, and then we'll just move on all the way to the strikers. So speaking of goalkeepers, you've got Alan McGregor and Wes Foderingham. Now, I feel a bit sorry for Foderingham. I think Fod's a pretty decent keeper, but obviously with McGregor coming in, he's just been, pushed to the side, really. He gets the odd league appearance, the odd cup appearance, but there's no doubt Alan McGregor is Stevie G's preferred option. And it's no surprise why, in my opinion, McGregor, best goalkeeper Scotland has. His stats in the game, 4-star player, even though he is 36, still very solid. 16 reflexes, got communication, 15 handling, 15 one-on-one, 17 positioning, 18. I mean, Alan McGregor, great player, and I think he's definitely going to be your number one keeper for Rangers and probably keep him until he retires. But Foderingham, very good backup. You got Jan Alnwick, who is currently out on loan. Apparently he's got 3.5-star potential, so he has got potential to be better than Fods. Not too sure on that, but we'll see how it pans out. Right backs, we've got Tavernier and Flanagan. Flanagan appears to be the better player, but no, there's no buts about it. Flanagan just is 3.5-star ability with 4-star potential. His stats do look not too bad, actually. He's valued at 2.1 million. I thought he was on loan from Liverpool, but it appears he he just signed with Rangers, so Rangers actually have Flanagan on a permanent deal. I wasn't aware of that. For some reason, I thought it was a loan deal. But look, you look at Tav's stats, valued at 2.7 million. All his stats look fantastic. I mean, most of them are like 13 or above. So, and he's more versatile than John Flanagan. He can play a number of roles, especially an advanced position. So I think Tavernier would be your number one right back. But Flanagan is a decent, backup choice. But it's good to have two good right backs. I'm not denying that. In centre back, we've got Gareth McCauley, Nikola Katic, who's 3.5 star but 4.5 star potential. Looks like he could be a great player. Currently valued at 3.4 million. The Croatian's got decent stats: heading 15, passing 14, tackling 14, bravery 15, jumping reach 18, possession 13. Just a good player all round. He's already got a cap for Croatia as well, so cannot be that bad. You've got Goldson as well, 4-star ability, 4.5 star potential. Another solid player, currently the vice captain, and again, his stats are really good. So, defensively, Rangers seem very solid, man. We'll check out how they are at left back. You've also got Joe Worrell, who is on loan again, another player with 5-star ability. Left back, you've got Lee Wallace, who's starting the game injured. He won't be it for that long, 2 months probably at maximum. Solid player, as we know now, getting up there in the age, 30 years old, valued at 375k. 2.5 star, he's only going to be a backup player. He's currently in his prime years. And then you've got the main man at left back. You've got Borna Barasic, who I think is a quality player. 3.5 star ability, 4.5 star potential. I mean, look at his stats. Some of these are scary, man. He's got decent pace. 15 stamina, 13 pace, 14 acceleration, 13 agility. But that's not the stats you really want to be looking at. Look at these ones. The corners, 18. Crossing, 18. He's just going to be such a threat attacking up that left-hand side, man. Even the stats like his finishing, 13 finishing for a left-back, 14 free kick taking, 13 passing. The guy is a very solid player, very good technical player, and he's definitely going to be the number one left-back choice. So, when you think about it, you could have Barasic at left-back, maybe Katic and Golds in centre-back, and then Tavernier at right-back. I mean, that is a very, with McGregor in goals, that is a very solid goalkeeping and back four option. And I mean, why can't Rangers challenge Celtic with a team like that? Why can't they? I mean, I'm being serious. I think they could, but we'll have a look at the rest of the squad to see. You've got Jordan Rossiter, who's currently injured. There was a lot of hype about Jordan Rossiter, but he's just not really delivered. He's 2.5 star ability, but he's got 5-star potential, which is weird. The stats look okay. Still only 21. He's been around for ages. Also with the 5-star ability is Ross McCrory, defensive midfielder. Kind of similar stats to Jordan Rossiter, and also with 5-star potential. Perhaps you need to loan these guys out. I just don't think they'll be getting much game time, especially the first season, because Rangers have so many players here. So, in my opinion, I would loan those two and see how they get on at whatever clubs you loan them out to. You've got Graham Dorrans. He's been around for a long time. Scotland international, 12 caps, solid stats again in his prime years. Only problem is Rangers have got a lot of players at the club, and a lot of them are on high wages that I don't know if they necessarily justify it. Perhaps you could argue that they'd be better off, focusing on some youth. You've got Scott Arfield, who Rangers managed to get from, I believe it was Burnley. Great signing, 9.75 million he is valued at. Look at the stats, man. Stats are unbelievable. 4-star ability player, so I mean, this guy is great. Arguably could get in the Celtic team. Very solid indeed. Up next with Coulibaly, who's 3.5 star ability, 4-star potential. You've got Pena, who's been currently loaned at the moment. I don't really rate him. Ryan Jack, who has impressed, to be honest, since coming for Aberdeen. 3.5 star ability, 3.5 star potential, valued at 4.8 million. Solid player all round. You've got Jason Holt and Greg Docherty, who are currently out on loan. I don't think Holt's ever really going to cut it as a Rangers player, just my opinion. Greg Docherty, he hasn't really had the fair chance, has he? I mean, let's be honest, I don't think he's had a fair shake at things. Currently on loan at Shrewsbury. I know perhaps he took the move to Rangers for Hamilton too soon. You've got Jamie Murphy out on the left, 3.5 star ability, 3.5 star potential. Again, Rangers got so many good players in this year's game, 4.4 million. People go on about how Gerrard's done a great job in real life. I think with the team he's got, he should be doing a lot better. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I think Rangers do have a very solid team. You've got Ryan Kent on loan for Liverpool, 4.1 million. Again, his stats are really good. Potential, 4.5-star ability. What else do we have? Got Daniel Candeias, only 3 stars. A 3-star potential. That does kind of confuse me. I thought Daniel Candeias would have been a lot better than that. His stats are good, don't get me wrong. 15 corners, 16 crossing, but 15 pace, 15 acceleration, 14 off the ball. I mean, he's a good player. I just thought he would have been better than 3 stars. I thought he'd have been at least 3.5, probably 4. But I mean, who knows? Up next, we've got Gredza. He's got 3-star ability, 4-star potential. I don't even know who this guy is. He's on loan for Liverpool. I mean, how many players have we got on loan for Liverpool? Another player's got 5-star potential, 3.4 million valued at. You got Kel Lafferty. We all know about Kel Lafferty, the big man that signs from Hearts. 3 stars in this game on 10k a week, valued at 1.8 million. His stats, again, I mean, he might not have any stats that particularly stand out, but they're just all solid, man. Look at that, like finishing 13, first touch 12, free kick. I mean, they're all like around the 12, 13 mark or above, which is very solid. Like I say, he's not got one particularly great stat that you look at it and go, oh my god, I need to make love to that stat. But at the same time, he's not got many stats you look at it and go, ah, shit. So, again, just a very good all-round player. Got Dodo, who's currently on loan. Sadiq, who I think is absolute dog shite, man. I'd get him back to Roma. Valued at 2 million. I wouldn't pay 2p for him, man. The guy's absolute shite. And then the main man up front, Alfredo Morales, who has got 3.5-star ability, 4.5-star potential, only 22 years old still, and you look at his finishing 16, first touch 13, off the ball 16, a work rate 16, a lot of good stats here, very good player. Probably if I did a Rangers career mode, he would be my main man. And yeah guys, that is the team. So what do you think of it, and how do you think this team will get on in real life? How do you think you'll get on if you do a career mode with Rangers and Football Manager 2018? I think that any less than second would be an embarrassment. I've got to be totally honest, this team, in my opinion, should be getting at least second. And I think you should be closer to Celtic than you should be to whoever finishes third. That's my opinion. Let me know yours down below. And until next time, peace.